everyone. My name is Simphiwe Rens. I am from the Department of Communication Science at UNISA. And this morning I'll be presenting on the topic Philanthrovlogging as emotainment and Ubuntu-centric exploratory analysis of viewer comments on BI Phakathi's philanthropic vlogs on the YouTube platform. So this paper is in its very early stages of development. I even feel like it's not worthy of being called a paper yet, because at this moment it's basically still a combination of underdeveloped thoughts that I have. So what I'm doing this morning is inviting everyone to just think through these ideas with me as I go through these slides. So BI Phakathi, who is often touted as the hero to the homeless, is a South African philanthropist, motivational speaker, and life coach. And he's behind several viral vlogs wherein he carries out various philanthropic pursuits to help the less fortunate, oftentimes homeless individuals across South Africa. He's often also toured Swaziland, and he recently actually toured the US with these, or engaging in these philanthropic pursuits of his. Quite a popular guy, huge following, as you can see. His Facebook following sits at 9.5 million. His YouTube following has got 1.56 million subscribers at the moment. So it's got a huge global international following on his social media. I'm just going to try to give us a sense of the philanthropic work that he does when he goes out to do what he does. So I'm just going to play these videos. Please play. So those are just like brief YouTube shorts to give us a sense of some of these what I call philanthrovlogs that BI Phakathi captures and uploads on his channel, and he really gets a lot of YouTube hits, gets millions of YouTube views on this content that he puts out, right? So in some of there's a few articles in the media actually where I just try to find a bit more background information on this individual who actually remains anonymous on his videos. So many of us do actually not know the identity of this man. But Phakathi, like I said, whose real identity remains unknown to the millions of viewers and followers, as well as subscribers to his YouTube channel and, of course, Facebook page and Instagram page, has been reported to, in many ways, credit an ethos of Ubuntu as one of the key motivations behind his public, very publicized, highly mediated approach to his charitable efforts that he engages in. Some quotes from articles that have given us a few words from how Phakathi describes the work that he actually does. He was once quoted as saying, "It is my purpose in life to help the poor, to spread kindness and inspire others to help one another, even when I am not there. I inspire charitable works and other organizations to do more work." Another quote from him was said, "Firstly, it was inspired by Jesus Christ to help the poor, uplift the orphans and the widows, to help the disabled and the elderly. We can all do it if we do it out of love. I just happen to make it look cool." Another quote from him was him saying, "My main aim is to inspire others to help the poor, regardless of their predicament. To influence a culture with the spirit of Ubuntu/humanity depends on us to survive. Everyone is suffering," he was quoted as saying. So the notion of Ubuntu can be understood in terms of its two maxims that a colleague of mine, Tony Lishaba, actually so nicely describes. Tony says we can understand Ubuntu or the ethos of Ubuntu like in terms of two maxims that make up its core values and attitudes. The first maxim, as Tony describes to us, is that a human being is a human because of other human beings. As the saying goes, "Muthu ke muthu ka batho." That's a Sesotho saying. And umuntu ngumuntu ngabantu, that's the saying in the Nguni languages, directly translating to "I am because you are." The second maxim, as I got from Tony's work, is that Ubuntu is also based on the idea that a human being is human because of the otherness of other human beings. So basically, our humanity is only valid through the advancement of others' humanness. In other words, one cannot realize their full human potential if they do not affirm the humanity of the next person. And a sign of genuineness in his efforts to be of assistance and of service to the less fortunate, where we see ideas of Phakathi's decision to not expose his identity in his Philanthrovlogs as seemingly being received within a favorable sentiment that says that his anonymity is actually a sign of his selflessness and genuineness in his efforts to be of assistance. He's not looking for attention for himself. It's about the people at the receiving end. It's not about him. So he is really positively regarded for not exposing his identity to us. There's also this unavoidable sentiment, like I said, that these charitable efforts are really carried out, are not carried out under any malevolent intentions or a yearning for attention, like I said. And then thirdly, quickly, I'm also finding that there's a very interesting sort of, very religious, a God-centric kind of rhetoric, perhaps unsurprisingly so, where you really find Phakathi being touted as this angel on earth. So I'm finding that there appears to be this tendency towards religiosity with a pervasive sort of God-centric rhetoric, like I said, that variously construct Phakathi as this angel on earth. So now I'm literally sitting with some of these thoughts and considerations on my side, where I'm trying to grapple with some of these preliminary themes through the lens of what I call philanthrovlogging as emotainment with sort of capitalistic undertones or overtones, perhaps even. I'm also thinking of, thinking through the data through ideas around, the ethics of care or media ethics, generally speaking, in relation to human dignity with respect to BI Phakathi's editorial preference to not also anonymize the recipients of his charitable contributions. I suppose I'm also thinking through some of the politics of pity in relation to mediated spectacles of suffering, right? This the idea of the observation of the unfortunate by those who do not share their suffering, who do not experience it directly. So, like I said, it's still not on paper, but just thoughts, combination of thoughts that I'm thinking through. So thank you very much.